Preliminary word is that the pilot survived and is conscious, but there was possibly another person on board, and they can't find that person. So,
oh my God, can you imagine that? Somebody got ejected from this airplane?
Can't find that person, so it's unclear what condition they're in. If they got ejected from the aircraft somehow, I'll widen out to show you here. You see the firefighters looking in the wash now for this other person that was aboard this small plane. But unlike yesterday, at least it sounds like the pilot survived on this one, which is really miraculous when you look at the wreckage of this plane. It's unclear if they were coming or going from San Bernardino Airport or if they were just passing through the area, but they reported some kind of mechanical failure on the airport frequency. And then that was the last they heard of the transmission. It sounds like he didn't say anything about that he was going down, but somebody must have witnessed this plane crash again. This just happened about a half hour ago or so. So still a lot to learn on this one.
Yeah, that's wild. 2 plane crashes in 2 days here. The first one in Pacoima yesterday, and now this one in San Bernardino. Kind of odd. They both happen one day after another. But to be ejected from a plane, that's so bizarre. Because usually when you're in one of those small planes, your seatbelt is on all the time. Because it can get really squirrely and rough in those small planes. One of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life, and to this day I still regret it, and I can't understand why I did it. But about 3-4 years ago, a guy who is a great guy, listener of the program, right? And he invited me to go up flying with him in his private plane. He had this little, prop Cessna, whatever plane. And I said, oh, that's cool. And he says, bring your wife if you'd like to as well. So I asked Jen if she wanted to go, and she goes, yeah. And so we went over to Van Nuys Airport and literally flew around for an hour. And it was rough that day. The Santa Anas were blowing, and the plane would go up 50 feet, down 50 feet, and get a little squirrely, and I got a little nauseous. And I thought to myself, once we landed, I might be the dumbest guy in the world. Because what if, God forbid, knock on wood, what if that plane goes down, right? And then all of a sudden, my daughter has both of her parents gone because we wanted to fly around and look at Los Angeles. To this day, I still can't understand why I did that. I must have been high. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I was just dumb. Maybe I'm just, a moron. But it was just a really dumb thing to do. But it was cool, until I got sick. But to fly around like that and see Los Angeles from the air, and not taking just a commercial flight to Seattle or Portland, but to just fly around and take a look at it. It really is huge. You get a real sense for how big L.A. is, and how massive it is, and how beautiful it is from the air. We went over the ocean, and it was really a great day, but I still probably was had my head up my tuchus for doing something like that. All right, we'll keep an eye on that plane crash out there. If they find the other person and there's any news on that person, we will have that for you as soon as we have it. You'll have it. There is a turkey that's terrorizing a neighborhood. And I want to get some more audio. Find out what's going on here with this turkey.
Well, in Southern California, mountain lions and bears sometimes cause a scare, but check out the creature that's terrorizing a neighborhood in Boston.
Kill it and eat it.
Just in time for Thanksgiving, this turkey is running loose in a local park. It's been chasing people and blocking them from getting into their cars.
I think you can kill it and eat it, right? I don't think that's against the law.
So far, no one has been seriously hurt, but one woman says she got a bruise after her close encounter with its beak.
And he jumped at my arm and, turkeys have
Yeah. Kill it and eat it.
Spurs on the back of their claws, and he nicked me with it. I finally had to hit him with my purse to get him to leave me alone.
I guess he's just letting us know that...
Even the turkeys in Boston are a-holes.
I finally had to hit him with my purse to get him to leave me alone.
I guess he's just letting us know that he's not going to be the one on our plates this year.
Yeah, exactly wrong. He should be on the plate this year.
I'll say. Well, wildlife officers have tried several times to catch the bird, but every time they go to the park, it's nowhere to be found. Pretty crafty. Well,
yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Kind of cool bird. It's just an a-hole. Homeless bird. He's a huge a-hole. But that's the solution, right? It should be the solution in a lot of things. You know, like if somebody is bothering you, kill it and eat it, right? That'll get them to stop pretty quickly, too. All right, very good. We have a travel advisory, ladies and gentlemen. Travel advisory. You got to be advised with the travel, right?
Advisory applies to people who'll be crossing borders for non-essential travel, meaning tourism, recreation, and now, of course, holiday gatherings. State health officials said...
Yeah, but who are they to say that getting together for Thanksgiving is not essential? I think in this year you could make the argument that it is, that people need that kind of contact with each other.
And now, of course, holiday gatherings. State health officials said avoiding travel can reduce the risk of virus transmission and bringing it back to California. Planes aren't the only things taking off these days. Today, state health officials said we're seeing the fastest rate of rise in coronavirus cases in California.
Yeah, but the death is still a mystery. You know, people are still not passing away with coronavirus. Like, for instance, in the state of Washington, on November 7th, November 8th, and November 11th, 3 days in the last week, very, very low death count. As a matter of fact, I'll give it to you. For the state of Washington, November 7th, 0 deaths. November 8th, 0 deaths. And then they skip a couple days for some reason. And then November 11th, 1 death. So in those 3 days, 1 person died. 1. Person. 1. And they're going crazy and trying to shut down the entire state. And a lot of people that live in the eastern part, like Spokane or, you know, Richland or Walla Walla, where those cool onions come from, Walla Walla, Washington, they haven't even heard of coronavirus. There's probably been, you know, in Walla Walla, Washington, I can look it up here. There may have been 1 case in Walla Walla, Washington, a small little town. There may have been just 1. Let's see, total cases total deaths. They don't even list the deaths because there's probably 0. But yet they're going to be locked down as well because once, you know, when you get crazy with these politicians, they lock down the entire state. Even though there are parts of that state that have never had a case. Not one.
Salesforce presents a mini meditation. Unplug your mind, Minneapolis, leaving all your devices to their own devices. Ignore your smartphones, headphones, tablets, gadgets. Let them all recharge so you can refocus on your customer. On your path to customer success, focus your teams with a single 360-degree view of your customer with Salesforce Customer 360. Find customer focus at salesforce.com/360.
Imagine the greatest collection of real-life entertainment on the planet, all in one place. Go ahead. Dare to stream with Discovery Plus. 55,000 episodes from networks like TLC, HGTV, Food Network, and more. If you can dream it, you can stream it. See what I did there? Discovery Plus. Stream now. Stream what you love.
All right, a little craziness going on. KFI AM 640, Conway Show. If you ever, I wonder if you guys ever do this, where you go into texting, right? Let's say you go into texting, and then you can search in your text, right? And I put in the word a-hole. But I spelt it all out. And I want to see how many times I've used it, and it's hundreds. I mean, literally, I think it's probably 300 or 400.
Wait, you can find out how many times you've used a word?
Yeah.
What?
Well, are you with Apple?
Yeah.
All right, so you go to your text.
Okay.
Right? And then see where it says search on top? It says messages, then search.
You must have a fancier new
Hold
fangled
on.
one.
Wait a minute. Let me put some boom in it.
Okay.
All right, what do you
Hey,
see
Tim,
on your...
I did it.
Yeah?
And a text from you came up where you used it.
That's great. Gina, you must not have the newest download.
I literally just downloaded it.
Oh, wait, let's go back to this crash here. 1 second.
Yeah. We understand that the pilot
San
survived
Bernardino.
this crash. He was obviously shaken up and confused, and there was some confusion if there was anyone else on board, but it sounds like he was the only one. Really amazing to survive a crash like this when you look at how mangled this plane is. I can't tell if they had to extract him and kind of rip the plane apart, or if that's just what happened from the crash, but you see San Bernardino County firefighters responding to this one. We're really close to San Bernardino Airport, kind of right between the airport and the Santa Ana River, on the banks of the river. That's where this crash happened, but certainly some good news that only loss of an airplane and not loss of life tonight in San Bernardino. Live at Sky 9 overhead, I'm Desmond Shaw. Pat and Juan, back to you in the studio.
Wait a minute, so there was no second person on that plane? Is that what they're saying? Or did they find that person? That's wild.
They're saying that there wasn't a second person.
There was not.
No, I think what happened is they were asking the pilot, and he was in and out of consciousness, and he couldn't remember if he had a passenger or not.
Ah, all right, I see. Because a lot of times what will happen is the guy will take the wife up and try to push her out of the plane, and she'll grab the wheel, and they'll both go down.
Oh, is that normally what happens?
Yeah, that happens. It happens. But glad to see that nobody got killed in that thing. All right, Gina, let's talk you through this because it's fun to do this. And so when you open up your text, right?
Yeah.
Did it say messages, and then on the top right-hand corner you can hit that to create a message?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you don't see where it says search? Under no messages?
I got no search.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You lucky
That's
devil.
wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What do you use for texting? You use the Apple one?
Yeah. It's, you know what, it's probably the phone service, the actual cell phone company I'm with.
No.
Because they are not top notch.
No, this is...
Wait, you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to... Everybody has that.
Yeah, she's got a funky...
Okay, everybody. I'm going to text
phone.
you a screenshot of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, send me a screenshot.
Send it right now.
Bellio, I used it with you yesterday. I used that word.
That is correct.
Right. And
yes.
I'm looking for you again where I used it. Oh, I used it on October 13th. And,
your birthday?
Yep. I used it with Fred Rogan. I used it with my sister, my buddy David Kling, Frankie Renzulli, you again, Tim Lynn, Kristen Martin, LAPD friend of mine, Shannon Farron, Andy Nelson got it. Bellio got it again on 9/4.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That was from Mondo.
All right. But you got it again, Bellio, on 8/20. 8/20/20. So I
feel honored.
But I mean, it literally, I can't scroll through how many times I've used it. It's got to be the most common word that I use. Right? But you can search for anything. Let me search for the F word. Let's see. Let's see how many times I've used that. Wow, that's a lot too. I gotta clean this up. I'm just like a white trash a-hole.
Mondo talked me
there
through
you go
it,
again.
And all of the a-holes are from you as well.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're all on text threads. Yeah.
That's great. Nobody in your orbit uses that word?
I think they just would prefer to say it to my face. Nobody really writes it down.
No, but I'm not even. I'm talking about you. I'm just talking about the word. Nobody uses that word?
I just did the search because Mondo realized that I was being totally insane by not seeing it, and right. It just came up in text messages with your name highlighted. So
you're learning today that you can search through your text.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I might have to use that word again then. Might have to fire one off to you. Yep, just November of 2020. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yep. I know you guys have been doing it for 12 or 13 years, but I'm now with you. I am on board. And, cats running around the room, taking a leak in the corners. Steckley used to use that term. He had an improv coach at Second City, And when he would do